Why, hello, everybody. This is BalorMage, and this is day 2. This is the end of day 2. 2 very long streams of Scourge League. And we're going to go over, first of all, what I started real quick, and just a quick how I have found the league mechanic. So, let's start with what I started. I decided to start with Toxic Grain, but instead of starting a champion, I thought, you know what? Raider will be faster. I can deal with being squishy. I'll just be a Raider. And the fact is, after starting as a Raider, it's not that much faster. Queen of the Forest champion only runs about 11% slower than me with movement speed, does roughly the same amount of DPS, and is 4 times as tanky. Absolutely should have just done the champion. The Raider version is still actually really tanky. It's still going really well. I'm not having any problems at all. I am still quite tanky. It is still going quite well. But the big benefit of going Raider was that it was going to be miles faster, and it just isn't miles faster. It's only just a tiny bit faster. And I could see maybe down the road, maybe juicing tier 16 maps, maybe I don't quite feel tanky enough on the Raider, and champion's never going to have that problem. It's going to be immortal forever. So I do think champion would have been the better call, but as you can see, we are only level 89. It's been a little bit slow on progression because I've spent a lot of time scourging stuff, which has actually been pretty fun. My gear is relatively dodgy, although I am running 6 links, but everyone should be running 6 links now. If you haven't, stay towards the end of the video. I'll go over how to 6 link it, or skip to it. Maybe we can timestamp it or something. I don't know. But as you can see, I am in 6 links, but I am also using a Quill Rain. So Quill Rain, while very nice, is not very good damage in proper end game. Super good starting bow for Toxic Grain, but not very good. I did pick up a +1 socketed gems fractured thicket bow that I've been spending a few essences on here and there to try and get +2 and attack speed and room for a craft, or and dot multi and room for a craft, just to try and get a +3 and something, right? Until we get that, I'm not going to bother. Once that happens, I'll 6 link that. That'll be a huge damage up. Our path of building does say we only have 700k DPS, which I'm not sure I believe, to be frank. I'm pretty sure it's higher than that once it's ramped up. It's got some ramp up time in it, but I can tell you that it feels like I've got about 1.2 to 1.4ish, somewhere in that range. I don't know why it says so low here, but it also says only have 31,000 evasion. And I'm not sure how I got that wrong, because I have flasks ticked in path of building. I went over here and I ticked all my flasks, and I've got this jade flask running, and it says I have 31,000. So I can only assume grace and stuff haven't been updated. So you have to take path of buildings with a grain of salt. Yeah, grace hasn't been updated, so we don't have new gems yet. So defenses on this build don't count in path of building. We'll link the path of building below the video, but yeah, it's been quite good. I'm still self-cursing despair for now. I have been rolling despair rings, trying to get a decent one. I've got a semi-decent one here that I might put on. I got a good pair of gloves that I will put on, but I'm not going to do another re-gear until I get my bow done, and then I'm going to re-gear everything at the same time. What I will say, moving on to the league mechanic, is that I think Scourge has the potential to be one of my favorite leagues ever. Once I get to endgame, to actual endgame, juiced content, thick character, really capable, able to clear everything, I think it will be fantastic. But I do find it relatively underwhelming overall, whilst leveling through the campaign and early maps, and anytime it's not really juiced. So I have done a little bit of it here. I've been progressing through the skill tree, which I find super interesting and super nice that we've got this. I very much enjoy the reward structure here because I have to kind of decide what I want to try and do for my own rewards. But I have been getting a lot of feedback of people feeling like it's completely unrewarding. And I feel like maybe that's because they're not using them. And what they mean is just nothing drops on the floor. And they're definitely right. Almost nothing drops on the floor. You get very little currency in them. They don't seem to drop maps when you're in Scourge land. Nothing. If you weren't using these at all, it does feel a little underwhelming. Like from a reward standpoint. I expect that by 1 or 2 balance passes, probably even just 1, this will end up being a super loved, super fun league. I am still really enjoying it, but I decided to stop it about halfway through today, and I just haven't done one since then because I just wanted to get into tier 16 maps, which we are very close to doing. We've attained everything there, everything there, and we are on the last 3 here. So I'll be finishing them up tomorrow. But yeah, so this been quite fun. I don't really have a lot to say about Scourge, except I suspect that a lot of the things are very busted. I expect there's going to be a lot of crangling things that is very busted strong. The first thing has come out that we know is relatively busted, which is almost free 6 links for everyone, which is Tainted Orbs of Fusing. So this reads, unpredictably add or remove a link to the target group of the link sockets on a corrupted item. So TLDR, what this means is it will pick the largest group of sockets on your item and 50-50 either add one or take one away. So if you have, and this is how I 6 linked everything, you should try and start with a 5 link unique or crafted item. Make sure it is corrupted. The safest way to do that would be to beast craft it. But those beasts are very hard to come by. So the next safest way to do it, since there aren't any beasts to buy, is to crangle it in the crangler. You pick it up, you put it in here, you crangle it. What you're hoping for is you don't even try and get something good. You're just trying to get a downside that doesn't matter to you. So in this instance, I got deal no cold damage. And I was like, I'm a toxic rain build. That does nothing. Great. In this instance, I got plus dex requirement. Fantastic. I don't care about dex requirement. I've got tons of dex. So fine. Start with the 5 link. As long as it's corrupted, you can use the Tainted Fusing. So 50% chance it becomes a 4 link, 50% chance it becomes a 6 link. If it becomes a 4 link, you hit it again. If it becomes a 3 link, instead of going back up to a 5, you take your corrupted item over to the bench. You pay 5 BalorMages and 5 fusings to bring it back up to 4, and you put another fusing in, hoping for it to go to 5. And then when it goes to 5, you put another one on, hoping for it to go to 6. And every single time, it's a 50-50 chance. So it's just become incredibly easy to 6 link anything. The only downside of it is your item has to be finished when you want to 6 link it, because once it's corrupted, you can't do any crafting. So this makes it mostly usable on uniques. So if there's a unique chest you want or a unique weapon you want that you think you can throw on right now, and if it was a 6 link, you would use it, much easier to get those right now. Absolutely go and do that. You 100% should. They're just, it's free 6 links, and I am concerned that they're going to take this away probably come Monday when they come in. I would not be shocked to see a patch that took this away. So if you've seen all the other things that have been very OP and easy for like the top people who are super speedy, this could be one of them. I don't know. This could be one of them, but absolutely take advantage of that. All these tainted currencies, super love them, actually. Like, actually super love them. I am going to want 100 million BalorMages this league. That's about all I have to say today. If you're after updates on the champion Toxic Rain and the Stormbrand Inquisitor and the Skeletal Mage build, 3 of the people in my team are running those builds respectively. So we will be doing updates on all of those in the next 1 to 2 days. Not sure of the order, but in the next 1 to 2 days, we'll be updating with how their league starts of going, what they've done with their characters, what decisions we've made, if anything's changed, stuff like that. We'll make sure we get those updates out soon. I am exhausted, so I'm going to go to bed. I will see everybody tomorrow, and please do hit the like button, comment, subscribe, feed your algorithm gods of YouTube, because I don't actually know what we get for feeding them. What do we get for feeding the algorithm gods? I don't know. Anyway, I will see everybody tomorrow after a long sleep.